Welcome to class. My name is Chris. We're going to do something a little different with class today. I'm going to focus on a restorative Pilates class that is really about coming home to our bodies, slowing down enough to really listen to our bodies. There's so much that can pull us away from that listening. It could be stress, it could be chronic pain, it could be sickness, it could be just the relentless pace of our lives. And so I wanted to use this class for us to really be able to slow down and to be able to get to come home to our bodies. So we're going to start. All you need for class is a roller, your mat, and I would also just say make sure you're warm enough and you're cozy enough and comfortable enough so that you can just really let your nervous system relax and regulate. So we're going to come on down to the mat and we'll start with the roller behind our knees. If you need a little lift to make sure that the neck is able to stay long, then you can put a towel in. But otherwise, just let yourself settle in. Let the roller be behind the knees in a comfortable way so that your back is comfortable. And we're going to start with just taking 3 deep breaths. Let the body fall wherever it wants to fall. The legs may want to turn out. Your hands can be wherever. So we'll start with a big inhale and a long, slow exhale through the mouth. Big inhale, filling the body. And exhale through the mouth. And big inhale. And long, slow exhale. And now we're going to do, this is a breath work exercise from the Yamana body rolling system. You're going to take your right thumb and you're going to plug your right nostril, and we're going to breathe into the whole left side of the body. And even if it seems impossible to do, just set the intention and see what you find. Big inhale. Filling that whole side of the body, all the way up to the head, all the way down to the toes, and long, slow exhale. Big inhale. And long, slow exhale. And you can be on whatever your breath pattern is for all of this work, but making sure you're just going as slowly on your inhale and your exhale as you can. One more breath. Now we're going to aim the breath. You're going to take your left hand and just put it on the low abs on your left side, low hip, and breathe into that part of the body. Direct the breath there. Big inhale. Feeling the hip open and soften with the breath, and long, slow exhale. And we'll do one more there. Feeling the space created with the inhale and the softening with the exhale. Then you're going to slide your hands up to your bottom ribs, and we'll start our inhales there. Inhaling, feeling that part of the body expand into the hand. And long, slow exhale. And inhale. And long, slow exhale. And again, do this on your rhythm. I'm just giving you my rhythm if it supports, but if it distracts, go ahead and go with yours. One more breath. Then if it's comfortable, you're going to just rest your hand on the front of your shoulder. Big inhale there. And long, slow exhale. Big inhale. And slow exhale through the mouth. And one more breath. Hand can rest anywhere it wants, but try now to send the breath into the left side of the neck and head. See if you can feel that breath expanding that space. Big inhale. And long, slow exhale. Letting the neck open, letting the jaw soften, feeling the side of the head expand, just feeling space on that inhale. And long, slow exhale. One more. And after you finish that, do 2 more breaths where you're filling the whole left side of the body with your inhale. Keep filling, 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 filling. And long, slow exhale. And one more breath. Long, slow exhale. And then just let unplug your nostril and just lay for a second and notice the difference between the two sides of the body. What does that left side feel compared to the right? This is our listening for differences and listening for how the body responds to that intentional breath. Okay, now we're going to take the left thumb, plug the left nostril, and do a few big inhales into that right side of the body. Seeing if you can fill the whole right side from the toes to the top of the head. And long, slow exhale. Big inhale. And long, slow exhale. Big inhale. And long, slow exhale. Now we're going to put our hands on the right side of the hip and inhale into that part of the body. And one more breath on your timing. And then we'll take the hands up to the side of the ribs. Let those ribs expand on your inhale, creating space. Feeling space in the low back, in the front of the belly. And long, slow exhale.
One more breath. If it's comfortable for you, you put your hand on the front of the shoulder. If it's not, just let the hand be wherever is comfortable. Big inhale. Feeling space in that shoulder and that shoulder blade, that whole side of the body, front and back. Soft exhale. Big inhale. And long, slow exhale. One more breath. And long, slow exhale. Let the hand rest wherever is comfortable. And we're going to breathe into that right side of the neck and head. Long, slow exhale. And inhale. And long, slow exhale. And last breath. And long, slow exhale. And we'll do 2 breaths on your timing. See if you can make these the biggest breaths of your practice this morning. Big inhale, filling the whole right side of the body. Toes to head. And long, slow exhale. And long, slow exhale. Unplug your left nostril, let the hands rest down, and let's just do 2 breaths, filling the whole body. Long, slow, super big inhale. And long, slow exhale. Big inhale. And long, slow exhale. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to move slowly into some movement. You can just bring your feet right on top of the roller and walk it out. And we're going to let the roller sit behind the back of the heels and let the legs fall into whatever is a comfortable position. Usually there'll be a little bit of turnout. And from that position, you're just going to roll the roller in that turnout. And then take the legs, once you're into parallel, and roll the roller out. We're getting a gentle movement of the femur and the hip joint. We want to just soften and lubricate. I would say go nice and slow, moving at the pace of listening. And you just, if you need to walk the roller in a little bit as you're going, just make whatever little adjustments you need to. And we'll do one more, and I have my hands on my hips just so I can feel that ease, remind myself to stay nice and easy through the hips. Okay, on this one, once you're out with your legs in parallel, we're going to hold that parallel there and roll the roller in. We're just changing directions. Knees are going to fall open and roll the roller out. So with each of these movements, we're finding as much ease and as much pleasure in the movement. We want it to just feel good. This is part of our coming home. We get to feel good in our bodies. And we'll do one more of these. Good. And then you're going to leave your left leg on the roller and bring your right foot to standing. And we're going to keep that leg in parallel, and you're just going to keep it straight and reach away like you're opening or unplugging the hip, and then you're going to pull it in. So I'm trying to just let the pelvis stay quiet and stable as I reach away, just getting a stretch through that joint and then gently pulling in. So you shouldn't feel huge movement in your pelvis. Just a little plugging and unplugging of the joint. We'll do one more here. And your breath is easy. And then we're going to let that leg turn out. And we're going to do the same thing. Reach away and plug in, plug back up. Reach away and plug back up. And reach away and plug back up. And last one, reaching away and gently pulling back into the hip joint. And then the right leg is going to come onto the roller, left is going to come to standing. We're going to start in our parallel, reaching away and pulling in, reaching away and pulling in. Just a nice small unplugging and then gentle plugging. We'll do one more here. Good. Then you're going to let that leg turn out, and we're reaching away and gently plugging in and reaching away and plugging in, reaching away and gently pulling in. And one more time, reaching away and pulling in. Beautiful. Now you can just bring the feet to standing, and you can leave the roller where it is. And we're just going to start with some very gentle coccyx curls. So place your hands on your belly. Let your inhale come into the belly. Let it gently rise. You don't have to force it up. Just let it rise as it needs to with the breath. And then on the exhale, let it fall with gravity toward the floor. And you're not doing anything, you're just letting it do what it will do in response to gravity. And inhaling and allowing the belly to fall on your exhale. On this next breath, we're going to allow the belly to fall and gently start to pull the belly down toward the floor, which may tilt the pelvis a bit. Give the back a little stretch. On the inhale, you're going to fill the belly again and rock back into your neutral spine. Inhale, filling the belly. On the exhale, letting it drop with gravity and gently pulling. And on the inhale, coming back to your nice wide sit bones. So you may notice that as you're doing this, you continue on your breath, that the whole spine is starting to move. And just allow that rocking, allow the head to move, allow the chin to move. Allow that neck to get shorter and longer as you're moving through the spine. And as that starts to open up, you might be able to pull the back further and further down to feel a nice stretch. I'm not working in the glutes, and I'm trying to find a corresponding reach of my tailbone as I'm pulling down, so I'm creating lots of space in the back. And inhaling back. And we'll do one more here. Inhaling back to nice wide sit bones, and then we're going to turn out the feet and hips a little bit, and we're going to do the same thing. This should allow a little bigger range of motion, so we'll pull the belly down into a nice big scoop, and then on the inhale, we're going to come back and go a little further into a little bit of an arch. Exhale, pulling down, scooping, really flattening that back out. And on the inhale, coming up through neutral into a little arch, and getting that whole movement of the pelvis. And let's do one more of those, pulling down, scooping, and inhaling back. Bringing the feet back to parallel, we're going to start to bring that coccyx curl up into a bridge. So still staying with the first part of the movement, that inhale into the belly and the gravity dropping the belly. We give a gentle pull. And as we get down toward the bottom, we start to activate glutes to lift us up into a bridge. And as you come down, you're lengthening and trying to come down one vertebra at a time, nice and slow, nice and stable. And at the very end, you let those sit bones just fan open nice and wide. So we're going to add some arms, letting the belly fall with gravity, gently pulling and scooping up into your bridge. As you come down this time, arms are going to reach overhead, giving you a big stretch in two directions. And as you get back into neutral, circling the arms around. And we'll do that a few times, letting the belly fall and scoop. As you do, arms are going to come up. And as you come down one vertebra at a time, arms are reaching overhead. And circling. Beautiful. Let's do that one more time. Belly falling, scooping, activating, all gentle, all focused on creating length and space, reaching overhead as you come down. Beautiful. You're going to let the arms stay above your head and let the legs come out. You may have to kick your roller like I did into a big X and letting yourself reach in all directions, all four directions through the feet and hands. From here, you're going to start to take the right arm overhead. You're trying to keep the hand on the floor for as long as you can. And you're going to let that start to pull you into a fetal position. And you just come in onto that side and feel nice and comfortable all the way on. And then you're going to melt back down into that X. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Left arm is going to start to circle over the head, and that's going to gently pull you into your fetal position. And then we're going to melt back into our X. From here, you're just going to gently pull the elbow down toward the knee and the knee toward the elbow on one side and on the second side. And if this reminds you of what a baby does, this is very much what babies do. So trying to keep and feel length through the spine as you're pulling the elbows towards the knees, letting all that nice gentle work on the hips help you feel open. And then when your left elbow comes towards your left knee, you're going to again take that right hand overhead and pull yourself into a fetal position. Beautiful. And then melting back into your X. And we're going to go back to elbow to knee, and then the next time your right elbow and knee are coming toward each other, the left hand comes overhead and takes you into a fetal position. And you melt back into your X. Knee to elbow, nice and gentle, feeling nice and open. This should all be slow and easy at the pace of listening. And then we're going to add on. So left elbow to knee is going to bring us over into our fetal position. Just melt into that. And then we're going to lift the top arm and leg. Let them come together with as the least amount of effort as possible, and see what happens as you start to open, how the momentum will roll you gently onto your back. You stay easy. And if the arm and leg keep moving, it's going to gently roll you over to the other side. And then melt back out into your X, elbow to knee, nice and easy. And then we're going to do right elbow to knee, left arm overhead into our fetal position. Top arm and leg are going to open and roll us onto our back. And coming over. Beautiful. Let's just play with that movement a little bit. We're going to just let ourselves roll, letting the floor give you a massage, finding as much ease and as much support for the movement and momentum as you can. Beautiful. That's it. Let's do one more time each side. Beautiful. And then let's bring the knee up, and you're going to land on your back with the knees in nice and close. Give yourself, you can hug those knees, give the back a little bit of a stretch if it needs it. A little rock to the side. And then we're going to take the feet down to standing. Arms are going to come out to the side. You're going to let the legs fall to the left as you look right, giving the body a gentle twist. We'll hold here for a little bit, taking some breaths. On an exhale, you're going to gently engage the abdominals to pull the knees up to standing, and then let the knees gently fall to the right as you look left. On an exhale, abs are going to engage to pull the knees up. And we'll do one more time each side. Knees fall to the left, looking right. On an exhale, pulling the belly in to bring the knees up. And last time, legs falling to the left. And breathing. And on the exhale, belly pulls the knees up. Okay, so we're going to do one more thing on the side. You're going to let your legs fall to the left, let the right arm come overhead. And we're going to stack the arms on top of each other. If you need a little pillow so that if it's feeling cramped on your neck, feel free to do that. But you're going to reach that right arm long and start to trace a circle up above your head. Keep the fingers on the floor for as long as you can. And as you take the fingers and the arm overhead, you're opening through the chest, trying to keep the knees as stacked as you can. When you get to a place where you feel a good stretch, you're just going to stay there. Just going to breathe. And then we're going to return. And let's do that one more time. Reaching through the fingers, gently and slowly, tracing the arm overhead, letting the shoulder rotate, letting the upper body open. Holding and sending. Now that you're breath experts, send the breath into the tight spot. See if you can soften it. And then bringing the arm back. From here, you're going to retract the arm, pull it along the bottom arm, elbow's going to bend. You're going to come across the chest and open. Let the knees come back up. Let the knees fall to the right this time. And the left arm is going to come overhead. And we're going to do that same thing. And if you need to scooch back onto your mat, feel free. You're going to reach that left arm long and start to trace it up over the head. Go to where you feel a stretch, trying to keep the hips and knees stacked. When you get there, you just take a breath. Breathe into the tight spot. And then returning the arm. And we'll do that one more time. Reaching long, tracing up. And over. Breathing into your tight spot. And inhaling and returning. On an exhale, you're going to pull the knees back up to standing. And we're going to take a breath here. Return to your X. And we're going to start to pull the left elbow and knee together to come back into our fetal position. We're going to add something on to our rolls here. So you can do this if this feels okay in your body. If it doesn't, just stay with the rolls. You're going to open the top arm and leg. And as you get to the second side, you're going to lengthen out through the top leg and let that gently bring you up to sitting. And then you're going to melt back down into the floor. So we're still trying to use as much momentum, little muscle as possible, to bring us up to sitting. And we'll add a little side bend as we go, rolling onto the back. Leg is coming up, and we'll take that arm overhead to bend toward the straight leg, melting back down. And bending towards the straight leg. Beautiful. Good. So now we're up. So we're going to bring our roller back to do a little bit of spinal mobility work. And you're going to come to all fours and have the hands on the roller. And we're going to start with our coccyx curl, but now it's in all fours, scooping through the low belly. Shift back toward your heels. Keep pulling that belly in. Feel that nice stretch through the back. And then you're going to lengthen into your neutral and take the whole shape forward. So let each movement be complete before you start to move back and forth between toward the roller and away from the roller. Scoop first. Feel that stretch. Deepen the stretch by moving back. First, lengthen into neutral, and then shift the whole shape forward. Let's do that 2 more times. Scooping through the belly, shifting back. Feel that stretch through the whole back, but especially the low back. Lengthen into neutral and come forward. Exhale, scoop, shifting back. Lengthen and come forward. Now we're going to make some circles with the ribs. So it's as if, I don't know if this will speak to you, but as if the the spine were a jump rope. And you're making a big loop up and then it circles down. You can let your arms be soft, let the shoulders do whatever they need to do, and let your head be free and easy. So just getting that circular movement of the spine. We'll do one more in this direction, and then changing directions. Find those places of stretch where you feel a good stretch. Beautiful. And coming back, and we're going to start with the hands. And I have my weight on the roller is pretty light. I'm mostly supporting my weight with the lower body, so that when I go to roll out, I'm not loading too much through my shoulders. I'm going to roll out, rotate my arm, my thumbs up to the ceiling, let my chest come as low as it wants to. Feel the stretch here. Take a few breaths. And on an exhale, you're going to pull the belly in, coming all the way up, letting the arms rotate back to the tips of your fingers, nice and high here. And then rotating thumbs back up, letting the chest fall, feeling your stretch. On the exhale, pulling in that low belly, pulling up those ribs, rounding through the upper back, coming to the tips of the fingers. And we'll do that one more time. Rotating thumbs up to the ceiling and dropping. And on an exhale, pulling the belly in and rounding all the way up. We're going to keep the roller right here, and we'll do one little pushing up to standing, and just let your self walk out your calves to give those a little stretch. You're going to reach both heels down. Walk your feet in, keeping the hands on the roller. Knees can be bent if the hamstrings are tight. And we're just going to do a little bend through the knees and straightening. And little bend and straighten. Little bend and straighten. And little bend and straighten. And we're going to bend and come all the way back down to the floor. Good. I wanted to leave or finish with another breath that is a beautiful grounding breath, and we can just sit up for this one. It's I think an originally Ayurvedic tradition, but it's in a lot of different practices. It's alternate nostril breathing. So this is great for if you're feeling overwhelmed or feeling ungrounded. So you're going to put your hands in this shape. Your thumb is going to go over let's do it with our right hand, covering your right nostril. You're going to breathe in through the left. Plug that nostril with your pinky finger and breathe out through the right. Breathe in through the right. Plug that nostril and breathe out through the left. And breathing into the left. And out through the right. Breathing in right. And out through the left. And out through the left. And one more time, in through the left. And out through the right.
Okay, well, thank you very much for joining me. I hope that this gave you a chance to slow down, to feel at home and good in your body, and to find that listening that is so important to our own well-being. Thank you for joining me.